Hi everyone, I've just completed this copy of Enchanted Forest and I thought I would do a flip through for you. This is actually my second copy of Enchanted Forest that I finished, but I did start this one some years ago, hence the grubbiness on the cover. So here we go. Unfortunately the glue is coming a little bit unstuck on this one, but it's still a lovely copy. It's staying together well. So here's our introduction and then the nameplate. This background here is actually done with Holbein Pastel pencils. There's a few in here. I thought I would point them out because they are a brand that a lot of people want and they are expensive. So I thought I would show you, what you can do with them. So there's that page. Oops. And this map, I decided to have a sort of sepia look to it, so I used some pastels to make it look all old and dirty, and then just did a few highlights in pencil. And I think that was for sort of Earth Day, quite a lot of years ago, and this one was more recent. I did this one quite recently. There are a few videos for parts of this, some of which would have come out and some which are coming out a little later. There's the owl. The squirrel is interesting because it was part of a challenge to do some pumpkins. It's a Halloween challenge, so I did that sort of pumpkin wallpaper type thing. And this one I remember being inspired by someone who did rainbow colours. So that was great fun. This one I did quite recently. It's a pastel background. I did it just after Christmas. I don't know how easy it is to see, but there's a lot of snow on the page. There's our stag. I felt he may have needed a background, but I wasn't quite up for it, so I just did it like that. This one's got a fun background though. It was done in pencil. I remember taking ages and ages trying to make it look as smooth as I could. Now this one was a sort of a challenge piece in a colouring group to do a picture in the style of an artist, and this is done in the style of Leonard Astromoff, I think his name is. So that was great fun. I drew in these lampposts. I drew them on tracing paper first. I wasn't daring enough to just draw them in. That was fun. And then we have this one. I mean, I had fun with this one. But this one I did this little bit of background in here because I always feel like these little rabbits are getting married, or hares, I'm not sure. So I wanted them to have a sort of pretty backdrop to that little weddingy bit. That's great fun. This was for an Easter challenge, so rabbit and daffodils and things like that, and I traced these from other parts of the book. It may have been from Secret Garden actually. This is a pastel background. I wanted to try something really intense. It was great fun, but I did manage to smudge it all over his nose, but hey ho, it's still good fun. Now this one I was going to do the same on both sides, but the pen started showing through the paper because this is an old book. More recent copies it doesn't happen, but it started showing through, which is part of the reason for the intense pastel background on the other side. So I had to do something a little bit different on the other side. So I had to, I've got pastel on there, look. So I had to sort of compromise with that one a little bit. This one was great fun. I love doing acorns. I think one of these is a tutorial. I'm not sure which one that I did for one of my very first tutorial videos actually. This one wasn't coloured by me. My niece and nephew coloured that and drew in the little key. I think it's adorable. I love it. We have Mr. Squirrel. He's quite plain, and Mr. Fox is quite busy. This is a background from one of Helen Ellistons Books. She's got a sort of step-by-step tutorial, so I used that. And this one was inspired by a lovely picture I saw online by Ness Butler. She's absolutely amazing. I think you can find her on Instagram, and I took colour inspiration for that one. This one I did ages ago. It was great fun. I can't remember much about it. This one I did quite recently. I decided to keep all the leaves the same colour so that the colours stood out, and I did lots of little dots of pen just to make it more fun. And we've got some smudging. I think it's the pencil on this side has decided to transfer over there. This picture I finished this morning. I just decided to go for something quite gentle. I wanted a little bit of a background but not too much. So and I wanted a simple colour palette. So that was great fun. Now this one is quite, you can probably just about see, that's the coppery colour pencil from the Polychromos range that I was trying out, and I wanted to keep it really simple, so I had quite a lot of fun with that one. I did it a very long time ago. And to match on this side, I did the dragonfly wings with the, I don't know, I thought it was silver, but I think it's just grey. But there's been a lot of transfer onto this page from this colour. Now this is also a Holbein pencil background on this one, just out of interest, so you can see the sort of colours you get with that. I had fun with that one. And this one's done with Arteza pencils. I was trying out all the different pencils when I first had them and trying them out to see how bright they were and things. I really like all the bright colours. And I wasn't sure what to do with this one. I'd done a lot of leaf pictures, so I wanted something that wasn't green. So I had great fun with that. So that was lovely fun. Although my son said afterwards that I should have done this tree reverse, so starting blue and going red to red. But I'm not sure if that might have looked a little odd or if it would have really worked. He's usually got quite a good eye. Now this one was a bit of an experiment which I'm not too keen on, to be honest. Got a pastel background, which was fine, but then I decided for some reason to do the leaves in orange Posca pen. I don't know why. I think had I done them in black or even green it might have worked better. And we've got these blue birds, not sure about that, but hey ho. This one's done with Arteza pencils as well. It was a lot of fun. And this one's done with Polychromos. I'm going to be doing a tutorial soon on how to do these metallic looking leaves. This is great fun to do and actually didn't take me very long at all. I think the restricted colour palette really helps actually to make it quicker. Now this one I wanted to use a colour palette that I used to have in my house. So I used to have a purple carpet and orange and yellow walls, so I had to go with that, and I found that quite fun. The tree's supposed to be gold. I'm not sure how well it shows up. There's a little bit too much white in there for my liking, but hey ho. And this one again, a limited colour palette just to make all the leaves look similar. And this has also got a Holbein pencil background. It's a lot more subtle. I'm sort of getting more used to using them as well, so that made it a little bit easier. But I kept again a muted colour palette. I really wanted something sort of just browns, and I really enjoyed that. Now this one, the background here is done with a Derwent Lightfast pencil. Which I find gives a fairly evenish tone. I wanted it to look slightly mottled. I didn't want it to be completely flat, but I was quite pleased with the effect of that one. Now this one was great fun. I've got some tutorials for some of this as well, trying to remember which bits. There's definitely the pebbles, the underground flowers and the bushy plant. I think it's only those bits. I was going to do other bits but I didn't get the opportunity to film, but I had great fun and I really love how this looks so golden. I think that was lovely fun, and all these lovely similar greens. My favourites tones of green at the top. And this one I did quite recently. I wanted to look a bit different to the one on the page before. I still did a fairly goldy looking underground room, but at the top I wanted it to look much brighter. So we've got a lot of pink and purple going on. These are done with Posca pen. I just risked it. I thought it probably won't go through the page because I'm only doing such a small amount. Unfortunately it didn't. Now this one here is taken from Chris Cheng, did a tutorial on this. I didn't follow the tutorial, I just copied her picture, so it's not spot on because I don't have the same pencils, I just had a go. And then this side is my continuation, sort of interpreting similar colours and colour scheme on that side. So that was good fun. Now this one I did a long time ago and I really enjoyed doing this sunset rise, whatever it is, I don't know. And I love the frog. I've done some tutorials for the frog, not this specific one, but from miniature Enchanted Forest. But I love doing him, so much fun. Now this one has got a Posca pen background, which, oh sorry, I just knocked the tripod, which didn't go through, fortunately, and that was fun. This one was done by myself, my niece and my nephew. We all had a go. There's different bits done by different ones of us, so it was great. This one's done with Arteza, I think. I'm pretty sure it was, yeah. And so that was, I was experimenting, I think, with the Arteza pencils. This one's got some silver pencil in the background. It's not very shiny, the silver. It's a Polychromos silver pencil, but I wanted it to look really wintry because of the holly, so I thought throwing in a cold silver colour would work. Now these two, I wanted the leaves to sort of match, so they're both done in similar colours. Oh gosh, the sun's shining and creating a shadow. Never mind. And this one, the unicorns, I was really stuck, so I decided to make them as metallic as I could. So we've got a sort of bronzy, we've got gold, and we've got silver, so that was quite good fun. And I was just playing around with greens on this one. This one I think was also for a challenge. I'm really sorry if you can't see it, the sun is so bright. And I think we had to do multicoloured bird or something like that, so that was interesting. I did it a long time ago. This one I did more recently and decided to make the border really stand out and do it bright red. I'm now not sure whether it was a good decision, but hey ho, it's done now. This one's done in pen. This is fine liner, lots of bright fine liner colours. Because it's a bit more intricate, I thought I'd have a go with those. And here we have our gate, which is always good fun to do, and our padlock, which I'm kneeling on the floor, my feet have gone to sleep. I decided to do it really golden, so I had fun with that. I do like doing my metallics. And the lion is supposed to look quite silvery. I don't know how good that comes out, but that, I think he was done with Derwent Lightfast pencils. This was done with a lot of Derwent Lightfast as well. I wanted it to be really quite dark. I was just in the mood for doing something dark, and it was great fun. I really enjoyed it, and tried to make these look a bit more silvery, and this. And then with this one, I didn't just want to go for the silver that I put there. I wanted to brighten it up, so I popped some gold in there too, and down here. And it was quite an experiment, and I was quite pleased with that result. And at the end we have this little motif, which I did a very long time ago. And lastly we have our dragons. Now they won't fit in shot. These are both the same actually. I cheated rather and did a pastel and then just highlighted some of it in pen, and they're both the same. So there we go. There's our flip through. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you very much for watching, and happy colouring!